Hello guys, today we are gonna continue the chapter 1 chemistry video. The previous video was uploaded 2 weeks ago. Sorry, I have to delay a lot, so it might be helpful to class 10 students to learn this chapter. So basically, this chapter is about uh, chemistry's basic concepts. So before we get into the continuation of the chapter, let's understand writing chemical equation. So with the previous video I have explained in detail about balancing chemical equation and what is a chemical equation. So first let's understand chemical equation. Chemistry basic understanding. So in any other shorter way of representing chemical equations can be made more concise and useful if you use chemical formula instead of words. So previously chemical equations were written in form of words, in which, like for example, they used to write zinc. Yeah, they would write it like this. They would write it like this. They will not put the name of the element. So there is something called a periodic table in which elements are written. So what is elements? So element is basically an atom. Okay, element is basically types of atom. So different types of atoms are said to be different. For example, if atom 1 is different from atom 2, so atom 1 is named like hydrogen, let's keep, and atom 2 is helium. So these two atoms are different. So elements are basically different type of atoms. Okay, for now we just need to know this. What is element? Can you please answer this question? Okay, if the answer is different types of atoms, so there are 118 different types of atoms. So there are 118, there are 118, what, there is 118 elements. Okay, so now let's get into the chapter again. Chemical equations is basically different type of atoms are represented by a symbol. Okay, so this magnesium is an atom, oxygen is an atom, oxygen is another type of atom. When these two react to give magnesium oxide, so they have used symbol for this. Okay, they have used symbol instead of anything else. So now you guys would be able to see more clearly, I hope so. This is a technical difficulty. 1 second. That's a technical difficulty, sorry about that. So basically what is a chemical equation in which you have a symbol of an element, and plus means these two elements combine together or like react together. When you keep when this plus symbol means when you add them together. For example, when you add water to like in a curry. Okay, you add water to something, you add water to uh, fire. So what happens, you added water on fire. So basically when you add magnesium to oxygen, so magnesium and oxygen react to give magnesium oxide. So magnesium oxide is when two elements, magnesium oxide is a compound. So when two elements or two different type of atoms combine, they are known as a compound. Okay, so basically they're telling about why chemical equation is word equation, sentence equation. So when you write a chemical equation in form of a sentence, for example, when you add magnesium and oxygen together, you get magnesium oxide. That's known as a sentence. So in a word equation, magnesium plus symbol, then oxygen gives this arrow sign means they have reacted, I mean they have together have interacted and had formed. This arrow means had formed. Okay, so that's it. So okay, the next now we have to, there is something called balancing equation. I've taught you in the previous video, so let's just leave this. And if you want to see balancing equation, you could go to the previous video. So there are type of reactions. Before we understand what is a chemical reaction, burning of wood, what happens? Wood gets converted to ash. Okay, ash is black in color. So what happened to wood? Wood was originally in some different type of structure. Okay, but when it burnt, what happened? It had changed. It had changed to some other thing. So this changing is known as a chemical change. So when you put a chemical change in form of an equation, when you chemical change in form of an equation, it is known as chemical reaction. What is an equation? I showed you guys, right? Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Another example here, CaO. Ca is an element with oxygen and another element. Ca and one type of an element with oxygen another type of element, they are together and they are reacting with H2O. So H2O means H2. That means, so Ca is one type of an element and O is another type of an element. These two elements are attached together. If they are written like this together,